Hey, it's Ken, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about what it's like to get back on a bike after 32 years away. So now I'm getting back to riding as much as possible, but I want to talk about something besides riding for today. Has to do with riding, but item I just purchased. Love my coffee. Want to have my coffee with me everywhere I go, or a cold drink in the summer on hot days. But my coffee, got to have it first thing in the morning, all through the day. So one of my first rides to meet up with a buddy of mine, I had to meet up with him early in the morning, but I got there because I'm anxious to ride this bike. I got there real early, and I found a local deli, and I stopped and grabbed a cup of coffee. So I'm enjoying my coffee, and before I know it, it's time to get on the bike and ride to the next spot. Well, there's nowhere to put my coffee. Even while I was sitting there, if I wanted to put it down for a minute, I knew if I put it on the ground, I was going to kick it over. That's how dumb I get sometimes. So it would have been nice to just have it sit somewhere where it wouldn't fall over, and I could have carried it to the next spot because I didn't want to dump more than half a cup of coffee just to go from point A to point B. And then, of course, point C. We're going to meet up together and then go to another spot. So here I am wasting a whole cup of coffee that it just didn't make sense. And I've seen bike drink holders, but I didn't know what I wanted for the bike. And I thought it would be a good idea if I got one. Even so, when I'm stopping and I'm having a drink and I just want to put it somewhere instead of putting it back in a saddlebag with a lid on it or so, just so I could have it nice and handy. So I started researching them, and I saw so many different ones. There's a million of them on Amazon and all the motorcycle websites. And since I'm a cheapskate, I started looking at the cheapest ones first, but nothing measured up. All the reviews are pretty horrible as far as how well it lasted, how long it lasted, how well it held up, and just overall looks too. So I finally found one that I thought was worth it. A lot of money, not cheap. I think $70 with tax and shipping on Amazon, but it definitely is a good cup holder, and it definitely does the job I wanted it to do. So I went with the Ciro, or if you will, some people call it Ciro drink holder, and with the chrome top, and it matches up with the bike real nice. And from what I could tell with all the reviews, it was going to do exactly what I wanted to do. So I paid a little bit extra money. Of course, my coffee is important to me, so I don't want it to fall when I'm going down the road. And I tried a whole bunch of different cups with it to see what it would hold. This is the basic model. It comes with a bigger, big drink holder or big mouth drink holder, whatever it's called. And I didn't want to go that big. Otherwise, I'd be stopping every 10 minutes to use the bathroom. So I went with the basic model. The model I bought came with the mounting hardware, which I'm not going to get into mounting instructions or anything like that. It's 2 screws, take 2 out, put 2 in with some spacers, and that's about it. And then the cup holder clips right on with a little nut. Very easy to do, less than 10 minutes. I don't think you even need to read the instructions. That's how quick it went on. And so far, very happy with it. And I'm going to show you a couple cups that I put into it, and we'll go from there. So again, this is the Ciro drink holder, chrome top. And I'm going to put in here a basic Yeti 20-ounce mug. I just drop it in, and it basically is enough to hold it. The rubber is kind of holding it enough in place. It's not going to come out. Again, I took a nice long ride with it, and no problems whatsoever. Didn't bounce out. A drop came out the little mouth hole at the top, but that's about it on about a 60-70 mile ride. And just sitting it in there like that. If I push it all the way down, it's going to take about 2 hands to get out. So unless I pull over, I'm not getting it out. But right there, nice and snug. Pretty simple. If I go to a typical, a little bit wider Gatorade bottle, same thing. Just touch it in there. Just touch it in there, and it's going to stay in place. It's not going to pop out, and I can still pull it out with one hand. It just sits in there, not a problem. The rubber conforms to it and holds it in place. Pretty simple. And probably the other thing I might put in there is a water bottle. That is not grabbing. It's a little too thin. So we'll have to see how that goes going down the road. I doubt it'll pop out of here. It'll hold it nice and steady, but it's definitely not, the contoured rubber is not grabbing it at that spot. I think it's deep enough that it'll hold a bottle like that. So I'll give it a shot another day. I did do the Yeti cup for long ride, and very pleased with this cup holder. Again, to mount it was 2 screws right here. Take the other 2 out and put those 2 in with the spacers, and you just want to make sure your controls are where they're supposed to be. I'm not going to do instructional video because, quite honestly, it was 10 minutes. It took me longer to find the tools than it actually took to mount it. So pretty happy with it, and I'll put it in the description below on Amazon for which one I picked, and hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy this cup holder. I think it's worth the money. Again, I'm a cheapskate, but I think it's definitely worth the money I paid for it, and I hope it lasts a long time. Thank you. So as a trial run, I took the bike for about 60, 70 miles ride, and hit one bump that was enough to jar the liquid, enough to pop 1 drop out of the top of my cup holder. So that's pretty good. 70 miles, 1 drop out of the cup, not too bad. This is an open mouth spot for the coffee to come out of. There are water bottles you can get with squeeze type water bottles or so to put in, but I'm typically going to be having my coffee cup with me when I'm riding. If I push it all the way down into the cup holder, it ain't coming out, not without using both hands. So because of the form of the rubber that holds it in place, all I got to do is drop it in there, and it conforms to the cup and holds it in snugly enough that I can pop it back out with one hand without a problem.